Hey everybody, it's Annette Dion. It is Tuesday, April 28th, 2020, and I am coming at you with a new video for today, a psychic reading, pulling some tarot cards, and I was playing the song yesterday and it got cut off, so I just want to play more of it. This is very representative of what we're going through during these times. It's a song from the 1970s, from the musical Hair. This is like, talk about, prophetic. This is what we're going through. We are being forced to change, like it or not. Name of the age of Aquarius, age of Aquarius. I'm just going to let it play in the background. So, I hope you're all doing okay. I am going to pull a few cards about what's going on. I don't have very much in terms of knowing what's going on in the news because I have been busy and haven't checked. So I'm going to tell you the psychic news. The moon is in Cancer and it has been all day. Kind of a quiet day astrologically. I'm not an astrologer, but I do definitely check in because all these things do influence how we feel and what's going on. I did hear a little bit about the meat producing factories, the factory farms being pretty much shut down, and then I heard something about an executive order by being proposed by he who shall not be named. I don't know if that went through, that they have to stay in operation. So I think it's quite scary to have somebody who's a so-called leader forcing people to work in dangerous conditions. That's not going to fly. I just want everyone to know that's not going to fly. I don't see people having to work and being forced to work in dangerous conditions that not only will endanger themselves. This pandemic is not like that. This virus is not like that. That, oh, well, I want to protect myself from the virus, so I'll just be careful. No, it's you're protecting everybody else. Like they said initially, you gotta act as if you have it. And most of us, I believe, have been infected with it for a while. We may have shown symptoms, we may not have. We may be carrying it around. So until we know more, from the scientific studies and research, we really do have to be careful. I mean, it's so tempting after 5.5 weeks to just, go out there, but we can't. We have to really be safe. So that's my little preaching for today. I want to encourage people to meditate if you don't know how. It's a really valuable practice. So you can go to YouTube and learn. I can lead you through a guided meditation if you want to email me. That would be free. 12 minutes. netdion7@gmail.com. So I just want to offer that. We're going to pick an angel card for some guidance for today. And let's see, I'm using the Doreen Virtue cards called Healing with the Angels. I love these cards. They've been around a long time. They really do work to connect us. So let's see, what guidance do my viewers need today, and myself? I feel Archangel Michael really prominent today. So Michael is telling me that he is protecting us. I think angels are androgynous. So Michael the Archangel, she, is protecting us from great harm. Which brings to mind that this whole thing that we're going through couldn't have been avoided. I think people are feeling like this never should have happened. No, it couldn't have been avoided. This is the collective wake-up call. Nothing else was going to work. So, my card is the Abundance card. How funny that this would come up again. I think this was yesterday's card. I have to go back and look. I know there was a day that forgiveness came up. But the Abundance card is the angels guiding us to really be careful about how we're thinking about our financial situations. I really encourage people to stop watching the news about how bad the economy is going to get. Yes, it's going to get bad, but like I keep saying, it's a restructuring, it's a redistribution For example, this whole, meat factory farming, this whole thing that's happening where they're literally shutting down could mean that most people go to a vegetarian-based diet, which is better for the planet, and it's much easier to produce vegetables and produce than it is to produce meat. For example, so the abundance card, the angels are saying to keep the focus on what we do have. We do have a lot, and we can't be falling into, I'm going to run out of money, I'm not going to be working. We can't do that. That does not work to our benefit or anybody else's benefit. So all together now, we are abundant. Okay, very good. Good job. Okay, so I like that card. That just makes me feel like blessings are coming. That there are, it really does feel like the people that have been working for the good will be the ones that do well. People that have been looking out for other folks. Really, that's kind of a big deal. That's sort of the age of Aquarius too. Be ready for a time where people are living in communes, where people are living in group situations. And, we all have strengths. We all have, things that, one person is better at than another. For instance, I've been really struggling with technology over the past 5 weeks. And so I just call the people, I've really learned to ask for help. I just call the people, the tech support, that are better at it than I am. So when we're talking about living collectively and in groups and like communal living, that's the benefit, is we help each other based on what specific talents and gifts and strengths that we have. And then where we're weak, somebody else can kind of pick up the slack. That's what we're wired for, people. We are wired for cooperation. We're wired for living collectively. We're wired for helping each other out. And that is the case in all the animal kingdom. Probably the plant kingdom too. I believe that's true. Even they're finding out that trees communicate through a networking system, very intricate networking system below the soil, so, and the root systems. So everything's connected, and we are too. So this is not a bad thing. And abundance, the fact that card keeps coming up is telling me that the abundance that is being pointed to does have to do with sharing. Sharing is caring. Okay, let's see what we have for the 3 cards. Yeah, I'm feeling good things in the works. I mean, despite the tragic nature of the pandemic, I feel really good things in the works. And I have been mentioning that I see a cleaner planet. We know the air is getting cleaner. I always bring that up. And the water's getting cleaner and things are getting cleaner. So I really feel like this is a beautiful opportunity. The angels today kept telling me these are windows of opportunity. There are windows of opportunity everywhere, and we really have to look at that. That would not have been there had this not happened. The opportunities that are coming up, you'll see it, are opportunities that only are there because of the kind of situation that we're in. For example, maybe you wouldn't have qualified for a small business loan, and all of a sudden you do. I know people are having a hard time with that too, but there are things that are available to us that would not have been available before. Okay, so really, I know it's totally cliche, but glass half full thinking, not glass half empty. Let's see what we have. The strength card. Our strength is in the way that we think. Our strength is in the way we're perceiving things, the angle that we're looking from. So find where you're strong and emphasize that, and just throw away the rest. Okay? Don't be thinking about weaknesses. Be thinking about your strength. This is a card of feeling trapped. I think this might have come up yesterday. The entrapment that a lot of people are feeling. This is telling me to share that the people that need to be reached out to might not be presenting like they need to be reached out to. A lot of people are trying to be strong right now. Here's a strength card. When they don't feel strong, they're acting strong when they don't feel strong. So be cognizant of that there are some people that really need a phone call. So that's for somebody. They need a phone call. They need a check-in. I heard that the governor of California was starting a program where the restaurant workers were going to be involved in an organization that was going to be checking on the elderly and making sure that they're getting fed. So there's funding for that. So that's a beautiful thing. That was inspiring. The Ace of Swords. Okay, this is straight talk. This is straight communication coming from our leaders, but not coming from he who shall not be named. And the next, well, the readings that I give are for 24 hours, but I do see trends here. The next trend is that it's interesting. The people that are in the limelight become the people that are not in the limelight now, in the sense that they become the leaders. Other people are becoming the leaders. And, you know, that guy that wants to be on the stage is not going to be on stage. Nope, he's pouting in his room. One more card. What do you say? One more card today. The Empress card. So this is beautiful because I'm getting, you know, the Strength card and the Empress card. Real important that we're very selective with the way that we think. We are going to win this game, but we're not going back to the world the way that it was. I feel like the message is once we get that down in our souls of our beings, then we'll be rewarded. Those people that are focused on the positive, focused on being proactive and doing the right thing and serving their fellow human beings will be, you know, the guides are telling me, like, that's going to be the cool way to be. So if you want to be cool, be strong, help others, and smile and laugh and be a light. Especially if you're doing okay. Share that energy. All right, if you'd like a reading, it's AnetteDion7@gmail.com. It's always a pleasure, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.